After you transfer your stone, usually to line it up, it becomes a problem unless if you have the dot with the key, like this one here, it has the groove in it, and some other dot has different means of locking in the machine. Some they have the groove in the back, some they have a pin that's going in on the side. I don't use that. I make my own dobs, therefore there's no keys at all, and I really don't need it because also the transfer jig usually is not that accurate anyway. So you have to tweak the fine adjustment on your machine after you put it in. What I have is I got a couple of things here that I usually use to line it up. This is one jig that I made, but this is good if your girdle is parallel to each other. In other words, like if the girdle or your stone is like square, even if it's round, but the girdle on both ends are parallel to each other, then you could use this jig. And how it works is, now this is just square, and I'm using this for just to show you how. You fit it in between the two parallel girdle and you hold it down tight, you lock it in position, and what you have to do is you fit it into the quill and you come down, and before you lock it, if it's off, you just rotate it until it is parallel or flat on your lap. And once you get that flat on the lap, you just lock your quill in position, and then you unscrew it, take this one off, and you'll be alright. And you know that your girdle is right on the right plane to your design. However, this one doesn't work when you have different shapes. For instance, this one here. You can see this one here is just flat at the bottom, pointed, it's triangle, so you can't really hold it right on the tip. So you can't use it for that. There's other designs also that the girdles are not parallel to each other. So this one here doesn't work. If the girdle is big enough or large enough that you could put it down, get it flat, rotate it, and hold it down flat and lock it, and then you make sure that it's correct by fine tuning or adjusting when you start cutting. Let's say you have also stone that's already been cut and you want to fix it or repair it. How do you know where the girdle is or where the adjustment or the facet, how you can get it in? It's already finished from both sides. So you could use the same system here. Now what I'm doing here that I want to show you today, a simple jig that been around for a while, but I don't think a lot of people use it. This is just a square mirror. It's about 2 inch by 2 inch, and if I put it here, set it up, and I'm going to use this one here. This I just transferred the stone. I finished the girdle, and I finished the pavilion. Now I got to do the crown. So it's been transferred. The only thing is, on this one here, I don't have the girdles parallel, so I can't use this fixture here. It's not going to work. Also, the girdles are not all the same, so there's different sizes in them. So I gotta pick the large size that I have, and what I did is I picked up the one that I need, marked it up with a point, and also you gotta know where it's gonna fit in your machine. Location was for the design, so the crown will match the pavilion. Now the index gear has to be in the right position when you fit it in. So I'm using a 96 index, so I'm setting it up at 48, which is the other half. If I put it in, and this is roughly the location. Now I'm not going to tighten it. I'm just going to, just enough so I can rotate it by hand. And now I got the girdle that I need, that I already marked, that need to be flat. And I have to look at my design, see where that girdle should line up on my design. So this is not exactly on the 48, but it's got to be on a different one. If you look at your design, you will be able to see where you're gonna set it up. On this particular one, I don't know if you're gonna see it or not, but I'm trying to use on the girdle this surface here, and just getting this surface here. If I look at my, which is number 2, if I look down here, number 2, 90 degree, that's the girdle, and it's got to be, I have it on 48, but if I look here, you get 42 and 54 is between the two. So I'm picking, set my index at 42. Once I set it on 42, now I know that corresponds to that girdle that I have. Now if I come down and bring it down, now it's sitting on the mirror. The angle is set at 90 degrees, so I'll be flat on it. But with the mirror, I don't think you can see it, but you see the reflection, but you can't really determine exactly where you're at or where you're going to be. Now first I got to rotate it in order to see the one with the point that I already highlighted. So what I use with that is I use titanium dioxide. Titanium dioxide is basically milky color. It's liquid that I mix it together. And all I have to do is put 1 drop of this. After I do that, I'm going to just focus so you'll be able to see a little bit better. So my position is going to be somewhere around here. I'm just going to put 1 drop, which is right there. Now I'm going to try to focus on that here so you'll be able to see it. Now if I bring this one down, right down in the mirror, you will be able to see that flat surface. You need to have the light in the right direction, and once this one, you'll see the full flat surface of that girdle, then you just lock it in. Once it's locked in, you know you're in the right position. Now this is good also when you're doing the any repair of, if you're doing any repairs on a stone that was chipped or you have to recut it again. You use the system here and it works pretty good. Now with the repair one, then you gotta count the angles, or you're gonna do each one individually, but you wanna know once you do that, you gotta read the angle because you're doing different surfaces or different angle and what the index gear is set at. So you gotta mark all this down, and then you can start repairing or fixing that stone. But the whole idea today is by using the mirror and using the titanium dioxide to put it in. So all you're going to see by doing that is you will see the reflection of that surface that is flat to the mirror. So your facet that is flat to the mirror, that's all you're going to see underneath. Now I'm going to get a little bit closer because if you look at it, you could see the dot and you could see the mirror underneath. So you're actually looking inside, not the surface, but the reflection on the inside to see where that surface is. See here, we could see the reflection in the mirror. And basically, if I rock it, you will see that flat. Now, in order to be able to see it properly, I use the titanium dioxide, which is this, put it in a small bottle here, but shake it pretty good so you can mix the liquid there. And then all you have to do is you add a little drop on the mirror. Now, this you're not going to do it like this. This, what I do is I set it up on the lap, and I do it over there. So I'm going to show you later how it's done. But here I'm going to just show you how it's going to look like when you do this. So now I'm going to put that little drop here. Okay, that's all you need. So you could see it's white. And then if I take my stone and just put it right on top of it, like that, and I'm going to rock it. If I rock it, you'll be able to see the full face of that facet. And once you see that face completely, square or rectangle, whatever the shape that's going to be, or even triangle, you know that you're good. Lock your machine, and then you're done. So this is one thing that works only if the facets are parallel, and then the mirror and the titanium dioxide that goes on top here is the other way to do it. And I hope you learned something today. Thanks for watching.